Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. There's so much noise. Opinions, notifications, predictions, arguments, advice, and alarms. The world is loud, and in all that volume, something happens. We forget the sound of our own voice. Not the one we speak with, but the one we live from. The voice deep inside that remembers who we are, even when we feel lost. Today's episode is a return to that voice, the one beneath the noise, the one that isn't trying to impress anyone, the one that speaks in stillness, not performance. It says, "You already know, come home." Modern life teaches us to reacting to headlines, to numbers, to other people's expectations, or to fear. And over time, we start outsourcing our decisions. We look outward for answers that can only be found inward. And we start asking questions like, am I doing enough? Am I falling behind? Do they approve of me? Should I be more like them? Am I getting this wrong? But these questions don't come from your soul. They come from the noise. And noise is not truth. Inside of you, there's a voice that doesn't panic. It doesn't compete. It doesn't shout. It waits. It knows what you love. It remembers what matters. It sees through the distraction. It speaks with clarity, but only when the world gets quiet enough to listen. And here's the thing. That voice is not gone. It's just buried. Buried beneath the layers of expectation and overstimulation. Beneath the survival mode. Beneath the habits that numbed you to yourself. But it's still there. And it's ready to speak when you're ready to come home. One of the lies we're taught is that silence is empty. That if we're not producing, responding, proving, or hustling, we're wasting time. But stillness isn't laziness. It's listening. It's where the inner voice gets airtime again. Sometimes that voice will just say, rest. Sometimes it will say, leave, stay, wait, speak, say no, try again. But you won't hear it if you're constantly absorbing everyone else's volume. Stillness gives your wisdom room to breathe. And how do you know you found it? The voice beneath the noise won't flatter your ego, but it won't shame you either. It won't tell you you're better than everyone, but it will tell you you're enough. It won't chase status, but it will crave truth. It won't keep you small, but it will keep you honest. That voice feels like alignment, not achievement. It says, this is yours to carry, or this is not your burden. It reminds you that you already have the answer, and sometimes you don't need one yet. It moves slower than fear, softer than shame, but once you hear it, you remember what peace sounds like. Here's your permission slip. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to keep up, and you don't have to win arguments. And you don't have to post a rebuttal. You don't have to be constantly reachable. You don't have to chase things just because they're trending. You are allowed to unplug, to turn down the volume, to opt out of performance and to come back to yourself. Because underneath all of it, you are still in there. Not the version of you that the world tried to shape, but the real you, the loving you, the clear-eyed you, the one who remembers. Thank you. Thank you for listening to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. And if the world's been too loud lately, if you've forgotten the shape of your own knowing, come back to the quiet. There is a voice in you that isn't trying to be liked. It's just trying to lead you home. It doesn't yell. It doesn't shame. It doesn't rush. It simply waits for you to get still enough to listen. And when you do, it says, "There you are. I've been here waiting for you all along." I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on. Later, Gators. Bye.
Years